Welcome to the Rob and Kale podcast. Rob Sanders.
Some would be entertained by it. Some would be horrified by
Kale,
it.
Carolina Jackpot Hall.
All would be interested in it.
The Rob and Kale podcast.
Let's go.
Hello, welcome in to the Rob and Kale podcast. My name is Rob Sanders. I come to you from Columbia, South Carolina. Yes, sir. We're 100 miles from where you want to be. That's what we got going for us here in Columbia. I do have a co-host, ladies and gentlemen. He is the number one YouTube.
100 miles from where you want to be?
Exactly.
100 miles from the beach. What does Cheraw, South Carolina, have to do with anything?
Sure. No, we're 100 miles from where you want to be. It's 100 miles from the 100 miles from the mountains. That's the whole
corner.
The gentleman who will not let me finish the damn intro and put him over. I am trying to be a quote-unquote mechanic and put you over like Dusty Rhodes fighting the Brooklyn Brawler. He is the number one Gamecock YouTuber on the planet, ladies and gentlemen. He is Carolina Jackpot. What is up, buddy?
What's going on, Gang Lane? How's everybody doing tonight? It's almost time for football. It's almost here. We've made it this far. We are almost here.
We are definitely here. And I tell you what, I'm jacked to get to these picks. I mean, first of all, get into the Callaway's pick.
Jacked into the picks? Don't do that.
No, I'm not going to your jack shed. Get out of here. I'm jacked to get to the picks. All right. So enter the Callaway's Pick'em Challenge. If you haven't done it yet, get with it. I mean, it's just as simple as that. Go to the website, robandkaleshow.com. The form is there. Send your $20 to that guy right there. That one up there in the big L. He will take care of it for you. He will take care of it for you. Elijah's happy to be home and out of the Marines. Way to go, Elijah. Get into the contest. We're going to do the first set of picks tonight.
The football team here at the Big L, they run out through an L. This past Friday night, they ran out onto the field through an L, just like the Vols are going to do this year, according to some people in the chat.
All right. Well, we thank Callaway's for sponsoring the Pick'em Challenge. Callaway's Bar and Grill, Callaway'sBarandGrill.com. Thank you guys for taking care of the show. Also, story time with Uncle Jackpot. This is brought to you by Dennis Wilson, DNC Trucking and Transport. Jackpot, tell us a story.
Okay, it sucks to be a Gamecock. I would like to thank my welfare government cheese program for participating already. Our season is over before it has officially begun. We are a true shithole program. It sucks to be a Gamecock. As always, go Tigers.
That message courtesy of Dennis Wilson, DNC Trucking and Transport. Thanks to Troy. What's up, Rob and Lettuce? Because that's what Kale is. Just joined the contest this week and ready to make some money. It's Kale with a C, sir. Let's put some respect on Kale's name.
It's all good.
I'm picking. Anyway, thank you for joining the contest, Troy. I tell you what, we are going to get to our pick. I'm going to share.
I will say this: the contest, lots of new folks in here, and lots of repeat folks. Got 81 people in so far, and there's a lot of people who are normally here that aren't in it yet, which lets me believe we're going to get a huge influx of folks the last couple of days, making this the biggest pot ever, and that'll be great. That'll be absolutely awesome.
All right, so I'm going to share the screen. These are the week 0 picks, and this is what the form looks like. You can find the form on the Facebook page or at robandkaleshow.com. I'll show everybody how to do it once again, so we can. We're going to pick the picks live here tonight. All right, so here is the actual form. I'm going to go ahead and fill in my info up here. All right.
Can you share the link to that like you did
Yeah. I could put it in the chat room. You put it in the chat room?
Yeah, I mean, I could probably do it if I weren't so lazy.
No, there you go. I just put it in the chat room.
Andy said, are we picking against the opening line? No, sir. It's the opening line from VegasInsider.com. It doesn't fluctuate. So,
Biscuit with a very solid question. And you know what? I thank Biscuit for helping out the program. Do we have an audio version for Alabama fans? No, sir. We also are not giving fluoride to Tennessee fans to help their teeth. We just can't do everything. We cannot be Mother Teresa. Sorry. But that's a very good question there, Biscuit. All right. So let's get started, Jackpot.
doing all we can do here.
That's right. I mean, we're a common man. Northwestern and Nebraska. This game is in Dublin. Jackpot, how do you feel about this game? Nebraska's a 9.5-point favorite.
All right, this one's going to be on at 12:30 our time. Actually, is kicking off at 5:30 Ireland time. I guess that's IST, Ireland Standard Time. Weird. And I don't know how this trip is going to affect either one of these teams. I do know that last year Nebraska handled Northwestern with ease. Both of them were 3-9 last year, but Nebraska had a ton of net close losses. So they're definitely better than a 3-9 team. I think the biggest question with them is, they've switched up quarterbacks. Adrian Martinez transferred out. They brought in a new offensive coordinator, and the new quarterback is Casey Thompson from Texas. Well, is Casey Thompson an upgrade over Adrian Martinez or not? I don't know. Adrian Martinez was more mobile, but he was also more turnover prone. I think this is kind of do or die time for Scott Frost. He's never covered an opening game since he's been at Nebraska. Shocking. Has not covered the spread in any of them. That includes games like against South Alabama and some other non-Power 5 folks. At 9.5 points, I feel confident taking Nebraska here. And Northwestern is not very good. I believe Ryan Helinski's going to be starting at quarterback again, and he's just not very good. So going ahead, and I'll take Scott Frost's team. I'm not real confident in it. I'm not, but that's a pretty short line for them.
Right. So I'm going to go with I'm going to take Nebraska, and the reason being is Ryan Helinski's the Northwestern quarterback. He's still trying to get that Gamecock stank off of him, in addition to that Will Muschamp stank. So you mix those two together, and it's almost like nerve gas. I mean, it's that bad. So because of that, and because Scott Frost, as you said, he's got to get his shit together, I'm looking for Nebraska to win big. So give me Nebraska minus 9.5. The next game is UConn versus Utah State. Holy shit, that's a lot of points, Jackpot. 33 points.
Yeah, that one that one almost looks like a Kel Hall special, doesn't it?
I mean, no, we can't sully the Cale Hall special with this game. The Cale Hall special wouldn't even look at this game normally. I mean, it's terrible. I mean, it's really bad. But yeah,
no, there's one down there that would definitely qualify.
All right. Well, I tell you what, when I think about it, I can't see any reason why UConn would get off the deck. Give me Utah State, and I'm going to give up the 33 points. Elijah asked, what does push mean? That means you think it's going to be a tie. You think that it'll be Utah State will win by 33. Not over, but they'll win just by 33. So it's a push. So.
Yeah, I was looking at this one. I was trying to think of possible final scores here. Over on the betnow.eu is where I made the picks that Sunday night when I did a video on this, and I took Utah State and given up the 26 points, 33, a little bit more. But I feel fairly confident with that. Logan Bonner returns quarterback for Utah State. They've brought some wide receivers into the transfer portal. So I don't know, maybe they kind of struggle a little bit with that. But, that altitude and UConn's just been so bad. I can't. I'm going to go on ahead and take Utah State and the points too. Isn't even 33. I think it's like 45-10.
Something like that. Yeah, you might be right. All right, the next matchup that we have on the list is Wyoming and Illinois. You've got Lovie Smith up there. He looks like Santa Claus, Jackpot.
He hasn't been the coach there in 2 damn years. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I still think of him up there at Illinois.
Brett Bielema's the coach there.
Yeah, that's right. Brett Bielema's the coach. What am I thinking? Yeah, that's right. I remember Brett Bielema. Anyway, yeah, I like Bielema. Didn't he like run his team down last year? Said they were the shits, basically. Wasn't he doing that last year, or was that the year before?
I think it was the year. I don't know. I don't.
He's not a very good coach.
Last year was his first year.
Oh, okay. Well, he's not a very good coach. You know what? I'm going to take Wyoming, and I'm going to get 9 points. I don't trust Brett Bielema. The hell with him.
I'm going with Illinois. Wyoming's lost a ton of starters from last year's team. Their top two, QB1 and QB2, both hit the transfer portal. Also, RB1 hit the transfer portal off a team that was 7-6 last year. They lost 6 of their last 8 games down the stretch. Did win their bowl game against Kent State. Illinois bring back top 2 running backs, 1,500 yards. Chase Brown, very underrated running back, the Big Ten. They had some net close losses last year too. Had a big upset win on the road against Penn State. I think this team is pointed in the right direction, and I think that they have their way with Wyoming a little bit. I might tend to go the other way if this game were on the road and they were playing that altitude. But I mean, this game is in Champaign, which is not really known for like a big, huge home field advantage. But Wyoming doesn't have that home field advantage of having that altitude and that weird travel stuff to get in the way. So I'm going to go ahead and roll with the Fighting Illini here.
All right, Charlotte and Florida Atlantic. Florida Atlantic down there, they're giving up 5.5. The more and more I look at this, the more and more I like Florida Atlantic. I don't know. Charlotte, I think, is missing some folks too, but I'm going to take Florida Atlantic minus 5.5.
Yeah, I'm taking Florida Atlantic minus 5.5 as well. But both teams had the same record last year, both at 5-7. But if you look at them straight up, Florida Atlantic beat Charlotte in Charlotte 38-9 last October. Charlotte does return their quarterback, Chris Reynolds, and 2 running backs combined for a little over 1,100 yards. Florida Atlantic returns quarterback N'Kosi Perry and running back Johnny Ford. Coaching-wise, I mean, this is the battle between Willie Taggart and Will Healy. I don't know which one of those is worse. Florida Atlantic looks to be, from what I've read up on here, looks to be a little bit more experienced, especially on the lines of scrimmage. So I'm going to have to roll with them in the home opener.
All right, next matchup is North Texas and UTEP. North Texas is a 5-point favorite. Jackpot, are you taking the Mean Green or are you going with El Paso?
Give me some. I feel like Mexican tonight. I feel like a taco dish. I'm gonna give me some old El Paso, man. Both these teams were North Texas 6-7 last year. UTEP 7-6. UTEP lost like their last 5 games. North Texas won like their last 5. So look like they're heading in opposite directions. Both bring back about the same amount of returning talent. So it's a toss up over on betnow.eu and then ESPN's lines right now. And UTEP's lost the last 5 games to the Mean Green. So they're due, I think, for a win against these guys. Not going to be a real home field advantage there in the Sun Bowl. That's not really going to factor in. I just think that UTEP's due for a win there, and I don't really see a clear-cut advantage for either one of these teams.
Let's see here. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go with North Texas. Give me the Mean Green. I when I looked at these teams, I didn't really see much that I liked, so I'll take North Texas. Next matchup is Nevada at New Mexico State. Jackpot. New Mexico State at home has lost recent home openers 30-3, 43-17, 31-10, and 29-7. Give me Nevada minus 17.5.
Oh, not so fast, my friend. Nevada brings back only 2 starters on offense, 4 starters on defense. New Mexico State brings back 9 starters on that defense. This is not the Nevada team of last year. 17.5, too many points. At home, give me the New Mexico State Aggies to cover that big number.
All right, the next matchup is Vanderbilt at Hawaii. This line opened up with Vanderbilt as a 1-point favorite, and it ballooned to like 6.5. Hawaii returns 4 starters on offense and 2 on defense. By design, they averaged only 46 yards on the ground last season. But when you look at it from this other perspective too, Vanderbilt's gone 2-17 over the road over the past 4 years, 7-33 away from home over the past 8 years. So road wins are hard to come by there for the Commodores, but it's not exactly yeah, they got to travel across the ocean. I mean, this is Vanderbilt's road game. Not road game, bowl game, in my opinion. Aloha Stadium was condemned. So Hawaii's playing at a small on-campus facility that holds about 9,300 people, which is about, what, 2,600 more than what actually goes to Vanderbilt's games at their stadium.
It's basically a middle school soccer stadium.
Basically, which is about what Vanderbilt's playing in. So the more and more you look at it, though, with Hawaii, they've
Vanderbilt
lost.
Stadium is bigger than Wake Forest or Duke.
Yeah, but they don't put any fans in it.
Well, that's the same thing with Wake Forest and Duke. They put opposing teams' fans in it. And when you look at fucking Clemson playing Wake Forest, the whole damn thing is orange.
Well, it's orange wherever Clemson goes because they're a national program. Anyway, when I look at it though,
it's got a bunch of rednecks who are off on the weekend and are stupid enough to travel.
I mean, why are you so hostile this evening?
Clemson's I'm not hostile.
Program. You are completely hostile. We haven't even kicked off football yet. God, you're going to be a toasty bitch come November when Clemson beats that ass again. For the
only reason I'm going to be toasty is because I'm going to be wrapped up in 2 motherfucking blankets.
Jesus Christ. It's hard to pick Vanderbilt because they suck so bad, but I'm going to take Vanderbilt -1.
I feel like they want us to take Vanderbilt. That line's ballooned up to 8 in other places by now. 8. But Hawaii's bad. I mean, man, they're just so bad. And they don't have any depth along the lines of scrimmage either. And I can't. I can't see myself picking them. When you look at Vanderbilt, they finished 2-10 last year. But if you look at them down the stretch, and in that scope of games, the games against Mizzou, Kentucky, the game against Tennessee, the game against Ole Miss, even the game against the Gamecocks. Okay, I mean they played a lot better. I mean they were competitive in those games, and they covered spreads. They covered 6 of 7 spreads down the stretch last year, so they were competitive.
Sure. Well, which way are you going, Jackpot?
I'm rolling with Vanderbilt.
Probably like one of the last times we picked Vanderbilt on the show. Would you agree?
Yeah, probably.
Probably. Anyway, yeah, it's funny because like the old Hawaii teams of old, when they were throwing the ball all over the field, that might have been a more interesting matchup. But Hawaii just doesn't have enough talent right
Remember
now.
a couple years ago they had that weird kid, Cole something or other, and he's tall and his hair was kind of matted up, and he's like dreadlocks. And I said, hey, I was like, he looks like a fucking dirty Trevor Lawrence. And I was going to call him all year the damn dirty Trevor Lawrence. And he swung the hell out of that thing. That motherfucker threw for like 5,000 yards, I think. But this team is a long way from the dirty Trevor Lawrence version.
Exactly. All right. Well, Jackpot, let's take some calls before we get out of here. If you want to get in the mix here, have at it. 803-470-2905. 803-470-2905. If you like our picks, if you have a favorite pick of your own, we'd love to hear it. If you want to just call up and you have something you just want to say, we'll be happy to field your call this evening. 803-470.
Bible Belt Beauty said, how dare Pigskin start a live stream during this? It's fine. He won't start talking until like 10 minutes into it. They play fucking music for the longest damn time. Lou does that shit too. I don't really understand that. I mean, God bless them for doing it. I mean, it's just not my thing. We get in there and get into it, you know.
Kentucky Urban says UT fans' favorite hard candy is Oxycontin. That's pretty funny. Anyway, yeah. So, Jackpot, of these games this weekend, which one are you guaranteeing that you're going to watch?
I'm going to watch as many of them as I can.
You have one that is your favorite.
Well, the Nebraska one, I mean, that'll be interesting. I'm gonna get on watching some Hawaii Vandy action. And there's a couple of games that are not listed there. I'll watch UNC tune and see what they're doing with Florida A&M. Also see what Florida State plays this weekend too. See how they're doing. I'm also interested. I'm interested in seeing how Illinois fares out. That's one of those kind of teams I low key kind of like a little bit going into 2022. You don't, obviously, you don't know shit about them. You still thought the Black Santa Claus was the head coach there.
I'm sorry. I don't like to watch Big Ten football. I mean, that's just not my thing. Caller, welcome to the program.
Well, hey, good evening, fellas. This is Baylor Man, the chat.
What'd you say?
Man, it's hard to believe we only have 3 days left until college football season.
Yep. What you got for the show, man? You ready to get after it?
Of course.
All right. Well, what's your favorite game this weekend?
Honestly, well, it's going to be kind of a two-part answer. First part is I'm just glad there's going to be games to watch. It has been a long off season, and I have missed college football like crazy.
Okay.
And the second part, which game am I most excited to watch? I'm actually, believe it or not, excited to watch North Texas and UTEP. That's actually a pretty underrated rivalry game.
Okay.
That
and
also,
do they play for a trophy of some sort, like one of those?
The Golden Taco. The North Texas is also the Eagles of the Mean Green. They play for the Winged Taco.
Shut up. Jackpot's bullshitting this. If they play for the Winged Taco, that would be like, I mean, that's got to be great. I mean, the Winged Taco, I like it.
I don't know if they play for a trophy or not. But I do know that it is it's a good, solid in-state rivalry game, especially coming from somebody who, I live in Texas, so, it's kind of sort of in my backyard. At least North Texas is.
All right, well.
But I'm also excited about UNC Charlotte and Florida Atlantic. That ought to be a good one.
Yeah. I want to watch Charlotte. I want to see what Charlotte's got. Gamecocks play them later on this season, so.
Yeah, I mean they do have some talent coming back. But we'll just have to
Chris Reynolds pretty good.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they do have some solid receivers, and they were pretty decent. The last half of the season.
All right, hey Baylor man, appreciate you. Did you get in the contest?
Oh yeah, I'm in the contest. I'm
good
still
luck
kind of thinking on my picks.
Well, get
don't want to
in,
give out any spoilers.
Yeah, we don't need that. All right, Baylor man, thanks for calling the show, buddy. We appreciate it.
Oh, of course, yes sir.
All right, there you go. Baylor man's not going to give you guys his picks for free. That's what he's basically.
Well, that's smart, man. Brandon Kuhn asked me, who wins Friday night, Clinton or Lawrence? I think Clinton beats the shit out of Lawrence. Lawrence also had 5 touchdowns to Hillcrest Friday night. So, yeah.
Yeah.
They started wearing those old school orange uniforms again, the old yellow and the lighter shade of green. And they're not playing like the old Lawrence. When I was in high school, man, Lawrence was hell. They really were.
Big Barney Ross says, if you wear sunglasses and dance around like Jimmy Hart from the WWF, you deserve the Steiner recliner.
Jimmy Hart. Hi, baby.
Click and Bait dude says, hey guy, how's it going? Love the show. We still going to pretend Clemson is a better program than UGA. Whatever you need to tell yourself, sir. I mean, you guys won your national title last year, and take that and run with it. Being consistent and winning again is tough, but you're the champion. Good for you. Good for you. 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. Brandon says Clinton won 55-20 over some team called Batesburg-Leesville Friday night. I mean, man. Okay.
Batesburg-Leesville. Rough.
Yeah.
Pendleton Bulldogs playing the East Side Friday night. What? They're playing East Side? Who do you got? I'll go with Pendleton. East Side sucks. East Side got beat by my son Jackpot Jr.'s high school, or the high school he went to. Jail Man by like 5 touchdowns Friday night, and Jail Man is not very good either. So I would go with Pendleton.
Dr. Bark wants to know if you go to a lot of high school games.
Not anymore. I used to. I used to try to go a good bit.
I will be at a high school game on Friday night. I am DJing at Northside here in Columbia. So I will be at a high school game.
Hillcrest plays Greer. Now that'll be a good matchup.
Yeah.
Brandon said my school, Wade Hampton, they lost to Seneca Friday night, like 42-13. They haven't won a game in 3 years. And I watched the highlights of it on the Friday night blitz or whatever they do up here, and the one kid for us comes running out, the offensive lineman, with some kind of damn they put a chain around this kid's neck. I'm like, when they're running on the field before the game, right? With like a freaking horseshoe or something, right? I'm like, what is that? I'm like, what the hell are we doing here? I'm like, we ain't won a damn game in 3 years. And I mean, what is that? Like our version of the turnover chain, or like, was he the one that did the best of the jamboree? I mean, come on. These football teams need to stop with these stupid gimmicks. The gimmick needs to be a W in the damn win column. That needs to be the gimmick.
Well, That's a good point there, Jackpot.
Not a horseshoe on a chain.
Clicking
When you go out and you get your doo-doo pushed in by like 4 touchdowns by a terrible team, oh, but we got this cool chain with fucking horseshoes on it. No sense.
Click and Bait Dude sent us another $5 super chat, and he says, Rob, name one reason you hate South Carolina, and Jackpot, name one reason you hate Clemson. No BS answers. I want the truth and the real hate. All right, Jackpot, one reason why you hate Clemson.
I just don't like their wow. I don't know. It's hard to figure that out because I'm so passionate, such a passionate Gamecock fan. I guess that just kind of spills over into it. But I don't know. I don't like their damn. I grew up around them all my life. I don't know they're fucking little snarky damn fans. Their little smart ass remarks. And many of these people are my friends and coworkers and whatnot. But still, these little snide remarks, these little snide pokes. Obviously been a better football program historically, and they just never miss a opportunity to rub our noses in it. So that's why. Just don't damn like them. Never have, never will.
Big Barney Ross says, I understand the SC hate, but why Tom Brady? Look, there are many reasons for me not to like South Carolina. Now, I can tell you I don't have a problem with a lot of South Carolina fans. One of the big reasons that I can't stand Gamecock athletics, it's a two-pronged process. And this is actual like venom hatred for me for this. Because South Carolina thinks that, oh my God, no one can share facilities with us like they do in other cities around the country. Like you go anywhere else, they'll share a baseball stadium, things like that. They have killed local sports in Columbia. In their mind, it's nothing but the Gamecocks. You will watch nothing but the Gamecocks. You can't have a Columbia Inferno team like we had in hockey that played in our piece of shit Carolina Coliseum that no one uses anymore.
Whoa.
That's exactly what happened.
You stop that right now. You don't
What?
talk shit about the house that Frank built.
It's a shithole. Ask Dawn Staley. She called it a shithole.
It is not a fucking shithole. That was the original bullshit. I'll hear nothing of it.
Dawn Staley about it. Either way,
It's a hell of a lot better than that damn freaking barn that we play in right now that we can't even fill up the damn lower bowl in.
Well, that's because you're playing basketball in a concert arena. And that comes back to your administration. But let me finish, sir. All right. Also, outside of Williams-Brice Stadium, right across the street, used to be the South Carolina Farmers Market. My family were farmers. They took a lot of their stuff to the farmers market that were there. But a bunch of cocksuckers decided we have to have a Gamecock Park. So we're going to take the farmers market away from the farmers and put it out in the middle of fucking nowhere instead of the middle of downtown Columbia, because we have to have a place to park and watch our fucking pussy team go 2-9 every year. And by the way, they fucked over the state fair and had them in a contract for parking where they fucking were giving them like $5 to park everyone over there, and then charging Gamecock Club members $7 million fucking dollars to park there. And then they're pissed off because the state fair wouldn't fucking renew their contract from the 1970s with them. So when the state fair told them, haha, fuck you, then they were pissed off and they went and took the farmers market from the farmers. The University of South Carolina Athletic Department is evil. They don't give a fuck about Columbia. They don't give a fuck about the farmers of our state. And I won't like them for fucking ever. There you go. How's that?
That's ridiculous. Okay, so the farmers market was down there by the damn stadium. You yourself, how many times have you said the area around the stadium, oh, it's a shithole, all these damn crackheads hanging out down here, So why would you want the good, wholesome farmer to have to be down there in that environment? Why not put them out in the country where they belong, where more of a universal clientele can come and visit them, where it's more accessible, where people aren't having to get in the traffic and the dangers of the ghetto to come purchase the 5-pound sack of potatoes and homegrown corn.
I'm not going to explain farming to you, sir. I'm not going to do that. The farmer's market should be in a central location where you get off the interstate and 4 minutes away from the fucking middle of town. That's where the farmer's market should be. But no, let's have Gamecock Park. Let's go watch our 210 team.
Well, it's right by the state. Okay.
Fuck the farmers. Let's have Gamecock Park.
Okay. Well, the farmers market. Well, wow. What a recruiting tool.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Don't give a fuck about your recruiting. Don't fuck with the farmers. I will not sit there and let you bash farmers, Jackpot.
Oh, by the way, just picked up
Farmers
another
and
4-star.
are important to our country, by God. Big Barney Ross says the stadium should be by the stockyard.
How about this? I go to the farmers market up in Asheville. It's not in the way of anybody's football stadium or anything like that.
I can't help that you guys built your stadium there. The farmers market was there first. Sorry. Bible Belt Beauties is fucking being silly here. I am defending the farmers. Holy shit. I'm defending them having their farmers market in the middle of town instead of out in the middle of nowhere. So
there's plenty of other places in downtown Columbia that's centrally located. They could have moved that farmers market too. South Carolina paid for that.
Why don't they just move that piece of shit stadium to somewhere else? Because then leave the farmers market there. Farming's more important than the Gamecocks.
Says who?
According to the economy, the biggest things in our state are the military and farming.
We we got plenty of wide open land still. You know what? There used to be there's a old Bilo over there on Knox Abbott Drive in Casey. Be a perfect place for a farmer's market. It's huge.
Well,
50,000 square feet.
Stadium. Look, they should move it about 4 exits down, or about 4 miles down, right next to the sewage plant. There's a big sewage plant there in West Columbia. Go move it there. Just pick that thing up like a damn trailer and move it down there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep. That's the way it should be. So there you go. All right. Anyway, 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. By the way, there are Gamecock Club members that got fucked by that Gamecock Club with their parking and stuff, where they bought parking forever type things. Yeah, and then they had to actually sue them. So there's that too.
Yeah, I know our buddy. Well, I don't think that he would mind us using his name. Our buddy, he may not be yours, on Facebook, old Tom Talbert, big Clemson guy. Family's big Clemson fans. They had some kind of issue with parking up there at Clemson a couple years ago with the UTEP club, and he gave up his season tickets and everything. Got so damn mad about it. I don't know what it was. So I'm not throwing stones at the Taters because I don't really know what the whole deal was, but he got pissed off.
Click and Bait dude says, cross that bridge behind your head and answer your past super chat. If you're talking about the picture behind me, that is a booth painting that was given to us for our wedding. So that's the old Cooper River Bridge. Jackpot remembers those.
Yeah, I ran across that, believe that or not, in 1996.
No shit. That's pretty cool.
Sure did.
River Bridge run. There you go. Look at you, Jackpot.
I sure did. When I was down there at the Citadel, hey, Battle Beauty said, tell us about the parking in East Carolina. You park in, I parked in someone's front yard.
Yeah. Brock is correct. IPTE is run by greedy demons. You're right. You're absolutely
Drew
right.
Grove said it was a scary bridge when it got old. The one going from Mount Pleasant to Charleston was.
Yeah, that was the one where it had like it was like great, basically, right?
Yeah,
You
it was
look,
just
you can actually see the water. It was terrible.
Yeah, me and my friends came back from Mount Pleasant. We went over to Wild Wings. It's like the original Wild Wings. It was in Mount Pleasant, and drank several pitchers of beer. And I was coming back across that bridge, and I kind of brushed up against the damn bridge abutment there, and I was like, "Yeah, that damn thing shook, dude."
All right. Well, anyway, final call for calls 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905.
I've always said if I ever have a chance to get in Rob's home, I'm gonna steal that.
Yeah, it's actually funny because people like the we've got another booth painting too over here that's it's actually a really famous one. It's the one where it's like Rainbow Row during Hurricane Hugo. So it's kind of cool. I think it's called Storm. So let me see if I can show you a picture of that really quick here.
I don't think anybody wants to remember that.
It's still there you go, Storm Jim Booth. I'll show you a picture of this here.
Here's something we don't have in the upstate. You can only kind of get this stuff down here around the Big L. The only place I've seen it. Actually, I got this in Marion, South Carolina. Dr. Pepper Zero Cream Soda. Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, let's see here. Share screen here. Let's see if I can show you this picture of the booth.
Tastes like cake batter.
There you go. You can see it actually there. This is the booth painting right there, Jackpot, where the whole thing with Hugo approaching Charleston, South Carolina. There you go.
Wow.
We've got a big print of that in our living room here. That was a wedding gift. So anyway, kind of neat. Someone asked if I'm from Charleston. Yes, I was actually born in Charleston, but we've lived
They
all
gave
over.
him back.
Yeah, they kicked me out as soon as I was born. They slapped me on the ass and said, "Get the fuck out of here."
J Rock Media said, "What do you feel about them having to change the name of Sir Big Spur?" I don't really. I could care less, really. What do you want them to name it? I voted for Cluck Norris.
That's actually really good.
Somebody else had Darius Clucker. So,
It says he keeps sending us money. What would you name a booth painting where Clemson lost to Georgia in week 1? Clemson doesn't play Georgia in week 1.
DJ Ukulele on his ass.
Jesus. Brandon Kuhn says, Jackpot, what do you think about the Panthers announcing Baker Mayfield as their starting quarterback? Well, he is a Jets fan, so...
JT Thompson said this channel is 0. Well, JT, that's why there's a back button on your browser there, sir.
If you don't want to watch, then go the fuck on. Sorry. I agree with Brock. Cluck Norris is better. You know the whole thing behind the whole thing, why they have to change the name and all that, right? Did you read the story about that? It's like there's a part of the chicken's head that if you clip it, they can't. It's like if you clip it, it can't. It affects the way it sweats or some shit. It's a mess. Anyway, let's go out to the phones. Welcome into the program. Good evening.
Hi, this is Texas A&M fan.
Hello, Texas A&M fan. How are you doing, sir?
Hey, we're doing marvelous tonight. I just want to do some preseason tips.
Oh, preseason tips from Texas A&M fan. What do you got?
Hey, listen, man, we just signed some damn good recruits. We got the number 1 linebacker in the nation coming in.
Sure.
And we got we got a lot of recruits coming in.
Good for you. Is that a tip or what?
Well, no, I mean, I think we got a good shot at going 12-0 this year.
Okay.
I mean, we got some good quarterbacks, and the reason we got good quarterbacks is the only way to get your quarterback better is you got to have a quarterback to push him. If you got a starter out there, he's not being pushed every day by competition, then it gets dull. So we got three quarterbacks pushing each other. So we're way better off with three quarterbacks than one quarterback at the college level. That's just a fact.
Well, I mean, I thought that Haynes King and Zach Calzada pushed each other last year, but what do I know? Pushed you all the way to 8-4.
Yeah, we had no quarterback play last year. But our defense thought it out. But yeah, I think we're gonna have a damn good season. There's a wide margin between Texas A&M and Baylor. Baylor don't even exist in Texas. They don't even get any fucking recruits. So I know the Baylor man calls in, he's all excited, but we own the state of Texas, so he needs to know that and realize that.
You've owned the state of Texas, but you've averaged 4 losses a year in the past 5 seasons. Even though you finished talking about this earlier,
let's put it this way, Rob.
7th overall as far as your recruiting classes go, but you're guaranteed 4 losses every year. Death taxes and 4 losses for Jimbo Fisher. Pretty much the way it's going to roll.
Well, the thing about it is, I can guarantee you this much: over the next 10 years, A&M will have more national titles than anybody. It's already trending that way. We just spent $160 million to build a new facility. We're on top of it, man. We got the number one recruit class.
Everything's
going our way. I mean, we've never been
money is
in
important,
this position.
sir, but money doesn't buy. Just because you build a $160 million facility, the Gamecocks spent what, $100 million on their facility? I mean, should they be able to say the same thing as Texas A&M fans?
If South Carolina gets top 5 recruit classes in a row, they'll be relevant. Until that point, it's immaterial. You can't play at this level and not have elite players. It doesn't work.
Well, you got all those elite players. 7th in the country is what your average recruiting class is the past 5 seasons, and you average 8-4.
Yeah, well, like I said, that's the way it goes. But like I said, as a future of the program, I mean, it's looking better. I'm not saying we're there yet.
Can I throw something in here real quick?
Sure, Cal, go ahead.
Rob, everybody, they want to make all the Tater fans, especially on, not so much Tater fans, but Tater media and this and that. I hear a lot of them making fun of people talking about the SEC grind. Well, Texas A&M is a prime example of that. I mean, team starts off hot every year, and by the end of the season, they get worn down. I have no doubt last year that Texas A&M was a better team than LSU. I have no doubt Texas A&M was a better team than Mississippi State. Arkansas, negotiable, I guess. But thing about it is, I mean, they just beat up on each other. And
yeah, well, like I said, you're right, Kel. If you take that team and put them in the Big 12, then we've got a lot better record. I mean,
you'd be playing for the Big 12 championship.
Pick sixes. We lost 4 conference games by less than 1 score each. Could have went either way. If we had any quarterback or any consistent offense, I'm not making excuses for them, but Kel had an excellent point. We're losing by 1 score to Arkansas or Ole Miss on the road. And, you're fucking playing some kind of washed out way, some of these teams. And so it doesn't compute. So you're going to lose some games in the SEC. You can't just play at that level unless you get elite players. And then, but he's got a good point. You spread out the games and spread out the competition. These teams
exactly
have better records.
Y'all aren't sitting here playing Boston College or Indiana. I mean,
there's no weeks off. You go from Auburn to Ole Miss to LSU, to, Georgia to Florida, South Carolina. I mean, even the South Carolina can jump up. They're on the cusp. If they could play, they understand what they're doing. They're not intimidated by other schools. They just don't have quite the depth to play it. They don't have depth.
Thank you, Texas.
So you can say the conference deal is a big deal, but until they spread out these games, and like I said, these kids can't rebound. You play, a top team. I mean, fuck. Our team probably injures more of our own fucking players than we do the other team. When we swarm to the ball, you watch this defense this year. When they come to the ball, they're hitting, man. They're not letting up. And now we got 2 or 3 deep. We can bring guys in. Those guys can't play every down. You got to have big guys that can rotate. A 300-pound kid can't play in the heat all day. You know that. That's basic physics. You just can't do it.
Papa B says Mississippi State won big at College Station last year. Game was never in question after the first quarter. Hall and Oates says A&M would lose at Boston College. Yeah.
Well,
Come
yeah,
on.
and that's last year's team. If you don't have an above average quarterback, you can't win any games. And it was a miracle we won any game. We had
That's bullshit. That's
we had a
bullshit.
washed up second
Slow down,
team
sir.
quarterback.
Sir. Georgia won a national title with fucking Screech as their quarterback, man. But yeah.
Okay, well, like I said, it's going to happen. I understand this year is probably not our year to go all the way, but starting next year, the caliber of play is going to be turned up a notch. And finally, Jimbo's got his players down there. He hasn't had the players.
Thank you, Texas
So,
A&M fan. All right, let's go to the phones. Hello. Wait a minute. Yeah. Why is it not ringing? Oh, there we go. As my phone system's acting silly now. What the hell's going on here? All right, let me reset the phones. Okay, there it goes. All right, welcome to the program. Good evening.
Why did you deny me, man?
I didn't deny you anything, buddy.
Oh, I called before and nobody picked up.
The phone system had a hiccup.
I just
sir.
have
I didn't deny you.
3 questions. I just want to run by you.
Sure.
The first one is, what do you think about DJ Uyunglele's facial hair? No comment, or?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, you can do whatever you want to do, sir. I don't evaluate young men's facial hair. It's just not my thing.
Okay, yeah, I respect that. What do you think about EJ Williams, though? You think he can get it done this year? You think he's a good player?
I don't know until we get him out there and see if he can start filling the void there. I don't know. We'll have to see. What else you got?
Is there a void?
There's a void
there?
There's a void within the receiving core for Clemson. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for answering those 2 questions. I just have one more. I don't want to take too much of your time. Do you think DJ Uiagalelei better quarterback than Stetson Bennett?
No.
Think so?
No, I don't think so. I think until he goes out and proves it on the field, Bennett's been a much better quarterback than Uiagalelei.
Well, I respect. That's my 3 questions. Thank you for taking the call.
Have a good night. People are asking me about facial hair, Jackpot. What the fuck is going on here?
Leonard Sarasota says, hey, Jackpot, who wins a no-holds barred street fight, Stoops or Beamer? I'm going to go with Shane, his full house kicked in the face. Yeah, I kind of go with Shane, too. I mean, you got to kind of go with youth on that one. Not saying that Stoops is probably not a tough cookie, but I'm sure he is. But I just think that Shane would have a little bit of speed and quickness. And I think people underestimate he's got a little bit of a nasty streak.
Someone posted the other day about Stoops that he looks like a thumb that has hair on it.
He's the human baked potato. That's what I've always called him. Frothy Tavern says Jackpot said he will live stream the Vandy game versus South Carolina nude while eating pizza. If y'all want me to this Saturday night, I'll get drunk and live stream the Vandy Hawaii game while I'm eating some pineapples.
What the fuck just happened? I mean, did you said on the show that the significant other said if you're going to watch football, you may have to do it at your den of sin up there in the Big L. Are you just sitting out on Friday night and watch football up there and then go home?
Yeah. If I acted too stupid, I probably wouldn't be allowed to come back. Hey, I'm having a bad feeling about that one now for some reason. Everybody's jumping all over Vanderbilt. The line moved from 1 to 8. And oh, man, I'm just worried now that they're going to go over there to the damn middle school soccer stadium and shit the bed against fucking Hawaii.
I feel confident that Vanderbilt will they'll be good on
Somebody said that game's going to be on CBS Sports Net. Where are they going to put the TV equipment? What are they going to do? Like go hook it up in the gym and run it down drop cord fucking field?
Billy, who we haven't seen in a while, says be an SEC homer and root for Vandy. I agree with Dr. Bark. Hawaii is just so shitty. Yeah, I mean they don't have anybody coming back. I do think they've got the transfer from Washington State, and then they got a big ass tight end that might be able to do some stuff for them, but their defense is the shit. I mean, Vanderbilt should be able to line up and just go. Oh, and
you know what? Big Barney Ross said he will send me some Kentucky bourbon if I promise never to drink peanut butter flavored bourbon again.
Okay. Big Barney Ross sent you a shirt that says Kentucky sucks. I got it today, and I will have to ship it to you. But it says Kentucky sucks on it.
Papa B says that Vandy will outsmart Hawaii. You know, going to Hawaii is like that's the advantage, right? For Hawaii, that's their home field advantage because teams what they lose their concentration when they get over there. I don't think that's going to happen with Vandy though.
Yeah.
Kevin Hackshaw says Georgia State going to break a foot off, and y'all say, okay. I'm here to tell you that ain't fucking. I'm here to tell you right now, South Carolina's going to beat the fuck out of Georgia State. They're going to beat the fuck out of Georgia State. We're going to send a message with authority.
Damn it. Fuck.
Did you hear that Corey Rucker broke his foot?
Yeah, I did hear that. Yeah. No, by the way, one rule for the season. All right. Jackpot is his own dude. If Jackpot is streaming, sometimes I watch some of his streams that are live and sometimes I don't. Do not message me and saying, is Jackpot dead? He is his own guy. He is not going to die. And a lot of times, even if I text him, he's fucking asleep anyway. So I care about him, but holy shit, that's part of the experience. You may have to watch Jackpot and he may roll over and you might see some ass crack. That might happen here on the channel. I can't help that. Don't text me.
Smokey Dog said this one's complicated. Jackpot, would you take wins over Georgia and Tennessee with losses to Clemson and Kentucky, or 6-6 with a win over Clemson, or 9-3 with a loss to them? That's easy. 9-3 with a loss to them.
Yeah.
I mean, really, because I mean, if we finish 6-6 with a win over Clemson, it's probably on pretty good authority that Clemson's probably hot doo-doo also, right? So, yeah, you go with the lesser of the two evils there.
Yeah. I mean, I got nothing.
How's Ziggy? He's doing good. I got a picture a while ago. Let's see here. He's at home. He's at home. He's laying on his new bed.
Welcome to the program. Good evening.
Good boy.
Hello, gentlemen, and I use that term very loosely. This is a Biscuit.
Hello, Biscuit.
Hello.
How are you guys doing? Hey, I was a little confused by the former caller. That first of all, I wanted to congratulate Texas A&M on the recruiting national championship. That's great. It'll be great for their program. I also wasn't aware that Texas A&M was the only team with size. I heard they have size now, so I guess back to the drawing board for the rest of the SEC teams.
Well, I mean, everything is bigger in Texas there, Biscuit. You know that.
Oh yeah, of course. He sounded, but then he also said that they were going to go 12-0 in the beginning, and by the end of the conversation, this wasn't their year. So I think he got a little confused. He may have hit himself in the head with one of those wooden rifles they have. But since I'll tell you this, since toward as we're approaching kickoff, we get very passionate and argue, and things get very heated here. And I wanted to even things out a little bit. I wanted to let some of my brethren, fans of other teams, know that I think of them as brothers. And to that, I speak to the Bama man. You see, 30,000 years ago, when the Homo sapiens split from the Homo sapien Neanderthals, we left the Bama man behind, and they haven't gotten their due, as their contributions to society. So I want to make sure that they know that I consider them a distant cousin. Now, the fact that I said cousin may have given a Bama fan a boner or gotten them a little horny. That's not the type of cousin I'm talking about. But I just want you guys to know that I love all of our SEC fans, and God bless us all season.
Anything else, sir?
I think that's it for this evening, sir.
All right. Have a good night, man. We'll see you later on.
All right. Talk to you.
I wonder if
B Red says, Jackpot, I recommend you for the new job at Barstool Sports. Yeah, Dave Portnoy was recruiting someone to cover SEC sports. So you just have to live in the South and not be lazy.
I don't know. Yeah, I've got to ship you this Kentucky Suck shirt because you should wear that when Kentucky and South Carolina play. So there's that.
Thank you, B Red. Sarasota said, why did the Bama fan cross the road? He couldn't get his dick out of the chicken. Huh.
Jesus. Dr. Bark says, I used to not care about Clemson either way, but thanks to Rob, I root against them constantly. Well, good for you.
See, you converted one. How about that?
Okay, I welcome to the hate club, sir.
Are you proud of yourself?
I am proud of
I'm surprised you haven't turned everybody against South Carolina, because we stole the fucking farmers market. I mean,
you
damn.
stole the farmers market. You stole it. You stole it to have a fucking parking lot. Let's have our Gamecock walk through the farmers market. Fuck out of here. Oh, what happened to Jackpot? What happened to Jack? I didn't do it. Jackpot did it to himself.
I was looking at some.
You're looking at some porn, Jackpot?
No, I was looking at some stupidity here. Man, dang it.
Lindsey Graham lives in Anderson. Just saying. Good point there, sir. Hate can move mountains from Big Barney Ross. He's right. He's right about that. Hate can move mountains.
Hate can move mountains.
Hate can move mountains. Dr. Bark says this show will be amazing the Sunday after South Carolina finally beats Clemson. In the history of this program, South Carolina has never beaten Clemson in football. It's never happened. I'm not saying that it never will. I'm just saying that as of right now, it has never happened. So there's that.
Billy, will you address Billy? He wants to know about the Costco.
It is real. They're doing it for, I've seen it for South Carolina. They're doing it with Rutgers. Florida is doing it too. I've seen Florida has it down there for games at the Swamp. It's a real thing.
Clemson did it too.
Yeah, I didn't know if Clemson did it or not.
They had something $100 for $100 for tickets to either 2 or 4 tickets to the Furman game and parking at New Spring Church.
Yeah,
I swear it did.
I honestly didn't know. I
over on Twitter, I got there. Oh, Rutgers has a party pack too.
Yeah, Rutgers has one.
Yeah, because I'm in the market for that because I may be going to their game against Nebraska on Friday, October the 7th.
Hold on, I'm making sure here. Yeah, I mean let's see here. Hold on, Jackpot.
Who would you like in that game, Rob?
Who you got? Yeah, there you go. Oh, Jackpot, look at this. you, sir, can apparently get this for, let's see here. I've got it right here. Rutgers University, 2 tickets, 2 lower level sideline tickets, valid for regular season home games for $99. There you go, jackpot. It's in select Rutgers games this season. Schedule of games can be found in the manuals and guides section of this webpage. I don't know, I don't know which games. Blackout game is September 10th versus Wagner. That's a big deal. But I don't manuals and guides. Hold on. Let's see your manuals and guides. It doesn't tell you, but you can get it on. Yeah, I mean, you can get it. Eligible games. Here we go. Which game are you talking about, Jackpot?
Nebraska.
Nebraska, yes. I'm assuming October 7th, right?
Yes. I'm there.
There you go. You can Google search that and get 2 tickets for $99 to go to Rutgers versus Nebraska. There it is right there, sir.
Who would you see winning that game, Rob?
Nebraska by a lot. I think it's gonna be funny. You really should go and dress like Tony Soprano, and be pissed off when throw one of your Gamecock fits when Rutgers gets their face kicked in.
I seriously would like to go to a Penn State game, but that's way up from where we're at. I mean, that's a long way away. That's a big state. It's at least 300.
You should go to a whiteout game. That would be kind of cool. Would you wave the white towel and pretend to be a Penn State fan?
I would.
Bible Belt says you can buy 2 tickets to a South Carolina game this year for $60 and stand on the sideline and call 2 plays. That's not true, sir.
I bet you could call 2 plays that would be better than Marcus Satterfield.
Well, that's not that fucking hard. What the fuck are you talking about?
Be more productive.
Yeah. Oh shit. Anyway, yeah, jackpot. I'll send you. I mean, you can Google it. I mean, I just did it. Just do Rutgers Costco, and that's one of the games you can do it. So there you go. All right, final call for calls 803-470-2905. Hollow Note says I'd rather eat an anthill than go to a Rutgers game.
Oh, come on.
Come on now. You're not being very nice. Not being very nice at all. Christian says, could you imagine Jackpot going to New Jersey to see Rutgers? Yes. Jackpot's not bullshitting you.
I'd get into it too. I'll get into it. They'll be like, look at me like, hey, what's the fucking problem, boss?
Yeah, he would. Anyway, let's go back out to the phones and welcome in this caller here. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
Hey, how's it going, man? I called in earlier, but I have a couple more questions.
All right, Jackpot, do you want to take these questions or do you just want me to hang up on him?
Why not?
Don't hang up on me, Jackpot, please.
All right, what you got?
The question for you, Jackpot.
Okay.
Jackpot, are you going to the Slav Olympics or not? And that's just one question. That's not my only questions.
I'm gonna try my best. It's in South Carolina this time, so.
Yeah, the Isle of Palms. I hope you can make it there. And I just have one more question. It's a serious question.
Shoot.
Can I continue?
Yeah.
Holy shit, go.
Okay. So Clemson plays Notre Dame this year, right?
Uh-huh.
Marcus Freeman seems like he's about to be a pretty good head coach. What do y'all think?
I mean, I don't know. The jury's out on that, I guess. He lost his only game as a head coach so far.
Yeah, I mean, but that was wasn't that a bowl game?
Yeah, he lost to the Mullet.
To the Mullet.
Lost to the Mullet. He's recruiting pretty well.
What do you, Carolina Jackpot, just numbers. No words, just numbers. What do you think Clemson's going this year?
Regular season?
Yes, sir.
11-1.
Lost to who?
They're either going to lose to Notre Dame or Miami. I think that makes the most sense.
Rob, do you feel the same way?
They're not losing to NC State. People need to get that shit out of their head.
Yeah. Fuck NC State. Rob, what do you
Exactly.
think? Do you think it's one as well, or do you think it's 12-0?
What did Jackpot say? I really wasn't paying attention. What did you say,
He
Jackpot?
said they're either losing to Notre Dame or Miami.
Sure. I've said they're going to lose a game. So yeah, they'll lose one of those games. I agree with Jackpot. It's not going to be fucking NC State. They're not losing to NC State. That's not happening at home.
They are either. I think
they could lose on the road at Notre Dame. That's probably the bigger loss there. Bigger chance for a loss.
I think Clemson stands a better chance of losing to Boston College than they do losing to NC State.
Yeah, the more I think about it, I don't think they'll lose to either of those teams. I think Clemson will probably be 12-0. What do you think about South Carolina, Jackpot? Do you think they'll be 8-4, 9-3?
Well, Jackpot has a video on the page with his full South Carolina picks, so you can go and check that out.
Yeah, I've got them going 7-5.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, man.
Hey, appreciate you calling, buddy. My call, man.
Have a good night. All right.
What you announced today, the picks that the state paper made for the Gamecocks for this season were exactly in line with my picks. So you know where they got them from.
Of course. They steal shit from us all the time.
Yeah, they do.
Dr. Bark says he heard Tennessee is so desperate they're selling 2 tickets for $45. With each ticket, Josh Heupel has to share one course from his daily 7 dinners with each fan. Okay, then.
Good Lord.
I got nothing. I mean, I don't even know where to go from that.
J-Rock Media says NC State will win the ACC this year. Why do people think that?
Well, and I can give you the unbiased side of that. They return a shit ton of people from a team that was pretty good last year. They like Devin Leary at quarterback. They've got some pieces. So yeah.
They got some pieces, but they have no running game left to speak of. They lost whoever one running back, and then Zonovan Bam Knight. The only reason why I remember his name is because I like saying that, Zonovan Bam Knight. And then
it's Billy says, are they ranked pretty? Yeah, they're in the top 15. I think that 2 teams that are going to disappoint this year are Texas A&M and NC State. They're not going to finish where they are.
No, and they lost that big tight end. What's that guy's name that killed the Taters?
Well, they lost their offensive tackle wasn't he drafted by the Panthers in the first round? I mean, that big.
What was the name of the big tight end? Measy or something? That big kid.
I mean, he has an Indian name. It's fuck over Clemson. That's what the Indians call him.
I understand that's what Chris Blewett's tribal name was as well.
Yeah, his name was Boot to Clemson. All right. Well, we appreciate you guys as always. Somebody asked if we're doing a show on Sunday nights. Yes. There will be a Rob and Cale show on Wednesday night and Sunday night, unless one of us is dead. It's pretty much the way it is during football season. We are, we may take a Sunday off here and there during the dead period, but during the season, we're going to have a show on Sunday night. I mean, Sunday night's like reaction night.
Hall & Oates asks, do you think that this is better than a Chuck-A-Motto team?
Chuck-A-Motto. Hello to Beth Webb watching online. Appreciate her.
What about a Mike O'Kane team?
Ooh. Mike O'Kane. Ugh.
What about, is it better than a Dick Sheridan team?
Well, remember all those teams that Phillip Rivers had? Like Phillip Rivers played there.
Phillip
And,
Rivers was there with Chuck Amato, right?
yeah, they never beat Clemson. I think Clemson's won, I think, like up until last season. Clemson had like this huge, ungodly streak. Hold on, let me look that up really quick before we go here. It was like some ridiculous number of games that Clemson had won in that series up until like last season, where Clemson went up there and had lost on the road. So NC State, Clemson leads the series 59 to 29. Clemson won from 2012 all the way up until 2020, but they've won, and then before that it was 2004 to 2011. So I mean, Clemson wins like 13, 14. They've won like 13 out of the last 14. Some ridiculous number like that. I'm trying to see when was the last time NC State. They should have won. What was it in 2018? What was it? Not 2018. What was it in 2016 with Deshaun Watson there? They should have won that game, jackpot. You remember
Yeah,
that?
that stupid ass missed the damn extra point.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, it was a chip shot field goal. Fucking asshole. I was like, son of a bitch, how did you do that?
Last time NC State won at Clemson was in 2002. So there's that.
The biscuit says he remembers Chuck Amato upsetting Florida State in the 90s when Florida State was a dog in the ACC. Quick quiz question. When Florida State came into the ACC, it was several years before they lost an ACC game. Do you remember who was the first ACC team to take down the Noles?
Virginia.
God damn you.
All right, hold on. Yeah, let me Biscuit says who won the hold on, I'll give it to you. The last year, we'll look at the picks for last year. Hold on a second, I'll tell you exactly who it was. Christian Young that won last year. I'm pulling it up right now, and then we can actually
He's not even in the contest.
Christian Young's gonna get in. Final standings for the Callaway's Pick'em Challenge from December the 8th. All right, here you go. Christian Young was the winner. He won, there were 178 total games. He picked 95 correct. So I don't know what the percentage is on that off the top of my head, but yeah, 95 correct picks and 178 total there. Second place was South Carolina with 84. So I mean, Christian Young ran away with this damn thing, to be honest with you.
That is something.
So there's that. Yeah. So there's that. All right. Appreciate you guys as always. Thank you guys for watching the program. We will see you on.
I'm gonna do like the Braves last year. This year, I'm getting 100 this year.
You're going for 100? Okay.
Going for 100.
What's the best that you finished in this thing? Weren't you in the top 10 one year?
I think so.
Brock says it's 53%. Yeah. So, but last year was a little bit different because that was the first time we did 10 games. We used to just do 5.
Mm-hmm.
We used to just do 5, and that's, you can get kind of lucky and go 3-2 and win your way up. But I mean, with 10 games, you've got to know your shit. You really do. So anyway, make sure you get in the contest. We'll talk to you guys later on. See you on Sunday night.
See you.